Have you ever trusted someone so completely, only to find out they were the monster lurking in your darkest nightmares? This isn't a plot from a horror movie. This is the true story of Lauren Licari, a bright teenage girl from a quiet town in Michigan, whose life was twisted into a psychological thriller written by the one person who was supposed to protect her, her own mother. Welcome to Beale City, the kind of place where everyone knows everyone. It's safe, simple, and the last place you'd expect a story like this to unfold. Lauren Licari was the quintessential all-American girl, a top student, a dedicated athlete, and the kind of person everyone just naturally liked. She had a loving family, a bright future, and a boyfriend named Owen McKenney. They were the golden couple of the school, seemingly perfect from the outside. But beneath that perfect surface, a nightmare was about to begin. It all started in October 2020. Lauren's phone buzzed. A message from an unknown number flashed on her screen. "Everyone hates you." She brushed it off, thinking it was just a cruel prank. But then another message came. "Your boyfriend is lying to you." And then another. "You'll regret everything." Soon her phone was flooded with hundreds of messages. They were vicious, threatening, and disturbingly personal. They mentioned the clothes she was wearing, her exact movements, and even private conversations she'd never shared with anyone. Whoever was sending them knew every detail of her life. At first, Lauren suspected a jealous classmate. It made sense, right? But things got much scarier when her boyfriend Owen started receiving the same hateful messages. Even after they broke up, the harassment didn't stop. It just shifted to its next victim, Owen's new girlfriend. The situation was spiraling out of control. The texts were relentless, arriving every single day filled with venom and fear. Some messages even included photos taken near Lauren's home, or worse, right outside her school. The stalker was always watching. Her world began to crumble. Her friends, caught in the crossfire of fake messages and rumors, started to pull away. Her teachers noticed her grades slipping. The once vibrant girl was now withdrawn, anxious, and utterly alone. She couldn't sleep. She couldn't trust anyone. The only person she felt she could rely on was her mother, Kendra Licari. Kendra played the part of the concerned mother perfectly. She comforted Lauren, held her while she cried, and promised to protect her. She swore she would handle everything. She marched into the school, demanding they take action. She filed police reports, painting a picture of a distraught mother fighting desperately to save her child from an anonymous predator. That's what everyone believed. A loving mom, a pillar of strength. But the truth was far more sinister. Months turned into a year, and then another. The cyberbullying was a constant, suffocating presence in Lauren's life. Investigators were working tirelessly, tracing phone numbers, analyzing devices, and digging through mountains of digital data. But every lead turned into a dead end. The stalker was a ghost, always one step ahead, covering their tracks with frustrating skill. The case was going cold and Lauren's hope was fading. But then, a breakthrough. A single, crucial piece of evidence that would blow the case wide open. The digital forensics team discovered something chilling. Many of the harassing messages weren't coming from some distant stranger or a school rival. They were being sent from inside Lauren's own home. The IP addresses, the Wi-Fi data, the digital breadcrumbs, they all led back to one person. The stalker wasn't a classmate, an ex-friend, or an online predator. It was her mother, Kendra Licari. The same woman who had wiped her daughter's tears was the one causing them. The same woman who pretended to fight for her was the one orchestrating her entire nightmare from behind a screen. The betrayal was absolute, a psychological blow more damaging than any text message. How did she do it? Kendra, who was a teacher at Lauren's school, had constructed an elaborate web of deception. She used burner phones, sophisticated VPNs to mask her location, and countless fake accounts to hide her identity. She sent messages pretending to be other classmates, to be Owen, and even to be random strangers, creating a fictional world where Lauren was surrounded by enemies. She even faked entire text conversations with herself, showing them to Lauren to prove that others were plotting against her. It was a masterclass in manipulation. But why? Why would a mother do this to her own child? The question echoed through the shocked community of Beale City. Some speculated it was jealousy. Others believed it was a twisted, obsessive need for control, a desire to isolate her daughter, to make Lauren completely dependent on her and her alone. Whatever the motive, the truth was beyond disturbing. It was a deep, dark sickness of the soul. When the truth finally came out, the story went national. A mother stalking her own daughter? It sounded impossible, like something from a deranged novel. Kendra Licari was arrested and charged with stalking a minor and using a computer to commit a crime. In 2023, facing a mountain of evidence, she pleaded guilty. In court, the judge didn't mince words, calling her actions a calculated and cruel form of emotional abuse. Lauren, now older and out from under her mother's shadow, finally found the strength to speak her truth. She admitted she still couldn't understand her mother's reasons, but she had survived. In a powerful act of defiance, she is now studying criminal justice, determined to use her own horrific experience to help others who have been manipulated and abused. The bond between mother and daughter was shattered, likely forever. And in that quiet town of Beale City, people are still left wondering how love could possibly twist into something so dark, so predatory. This story is a terrifying reminder that sometimes the greatest dangers we face aren't from strangers in the dark, but from the very people who claim to love us the most. So the next time you get a message from an unknown number, you might just find yourself asking, do you really know who's on the other side of the screen? Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing for more true stories that uncover the darkness hiding in plain sight. Stay safe out there.